What's going on? I wanted to welcome everybody to my Lego room, my pride and joy. For the last about 3 years now, I've been snapping away here, putting together all these sets, and the room is getting pretty full to the point where I'm gonna have to make some decisions here. So I want to show you how it looks now, what I got going on, the collections, and maybe share some tips along the way for those of you wanting to get started on this hobby. So I'm gonna go ahead and start over here, and I'll just showcase some of the bigger sets. This right here is the grand piano. If you have a chance to get this before it retires, I would highly suggest it because it's an amazing set. Behind that, I have my small but very much growing botanicals collection, and I always like to showcase the botanicals collection because the sets are actually very inexpensive. They're quick to put together and they just display so well together. And you could have the plants, you can have birds, you can have insects, you can have all kinds of stuff with the botanicals collection. And that's why I love them so much. I got the Concord up there. Very cool set, and some other random ones that my kids and family members have put together. But let me zoom out over this way so you can see this entire wall, and I'll show you here what that wall looks like. This wall is essentially, I don't have a lot of room to add anything else to that wall. But right here, I have my modular buildings collection. At the end, there's Tudor Corner. There's a police station, jazz club. We have the Natural History Museum. Next to that, the French Cafe. Modular buildings are pretty awesome. And you know, my collection is growing. There's a lot more out there, but it's definitely very enjoyable to put those together. And there's so much inside to explore. That's a little bit more expensive, but if you wanted to stay relatively inexpensive, if you're starting out, the postcards are some of my favorite sets to start out with. Those things are like $15 a pop. There's like 6 of them there. I think they just came out with an Italy one, so I bought that one. So they got 7 now, but they're very inexpensive. They display very well, and I would recommend those if you're just starting out. Right above that, I have some of the more elaborate, bigger sets. Some of these are retired. So I have the Treehouse and the Globe and a Harry Potter display set. Look at how awesome that set is right there. And of course, I have some playground sets, starting right here with the Loop Coaster, right? An amazing set. And the long ago retired Ferris wheel. And over there, I have the Haunted House. Very cool. But you can see over here, I have other collections going on. For instance, some of my favorite shows are all over here. Seinfeld, Friends, The Office, and of course, some movie themed sets like Jaws. There's just so much to collect. This is one of my favorite right there. That's the Van Gogh painting The Starry Night. Fantastic 3D rendition of that painting, that famous painting. And honestly, this Lego set is a masterpiece all on its own. And of course, we have the lighthouse. We have Peelybone up there. Up above there, along the top, I have my space themed sets, okay? And then there's my Star Wars sets over there. And then that corner right here is mostly all my Disney sets, which honestly, they seem never ending, okay? And my biggest set so far right here is the Titanic, which might not seem very big, but it's huge. It's a huge set. And then, of course, there's just random sets all over the place. It's pretty awesome. So over here, I have another Van Gogh painting, Sunflowers, the Milky Way galaxy up there. Then I have some superhero wall hanging sets over there. And up here we have some Lego architecture. So as you can see, there's just so much, and there's something for everyone. And you know, I don't just get every set out there, right? That is not how I like to collect. Every set that I purchase is essentially something that I hold near and dear in one way or another, and you're never gonna get them all. If you didn't know, Lego retires the sets after a certain amount of time. There's a lot of sets in this room that are retired. You know, just looking right here, you know, Mickey and Minnie, those are retired. This Disney Castle is retired. All right, I have just retired sets all over the place. And that's the reason why, if you really see a set out there that you absolutely love, you know, and you can afford it, because it is an expensive hobby, I would recommend you get it, because the sets become much more difficult to get once the set is retired. And then they also become more expensive because the people who have held on to them, especially if they kept them brand new in the box, will definitely charge you a lot more than what they cost when they came out. So if you look right here in the middle, these are all the sets that are waiting for me to put together. And no, I didn't get them all at once. Some of them I got, you know, as birthday gifts for my birthday and for other things. But just today, you know, I got the Krusty Burger. Super excited to put that together. And also this super cool vending machine right here. And the price you win is an old school minifig. How cool is that? There's the Beauty and the Beast castle and the River Steamboat. I collected points for a couple of years and got the River Steamboat with the points that I collected. And I'm starting the T-Rex tonight. I cannot wait to put that one together. But as you can see, there's just so much to do, and you can get started at any price point. But just know that if you do get started and you enjoy it, that you're gonna need a place to put these things, right? And that's my struggle right now. I run out of room in this room. I have a couple spots that I could still put stuff in, but for the most part, you know, all these sets, they're not gonna fit in here. So right here, what you're looking at is two to 3 years of building. And of course, there's a lot more that I'm not displaying at all. So I have all of my Christmas sets put away, and then I have like my brick heads and other little sets that just didn't go here. Those are put away. But yeah, point is, you're gonna need room. So if you get into it, I would highly advise you to figure out where you're gonna put them. The last thing you want is to put something together that then gets destroyed, and then you got missing pieces, and then that's just a huge shame. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and thanks for stopping by, and keep snapping away.